What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to continue to examine 100 years of world championship fights. Gene Fullmer is with his mom. Very excited because he defeated Benny Kid Paret. And he was the NBA middleweight championship title holder. We got that opportunity when he would face Carmen Basilio for the vacant NBA middleweight championship belt. Now, Carmen Basilio had 2 fights with Ray Robinson, and he gets an opportunity to face Gene Fullmer. He discovers a new method of training. He has to cut 100 pieces of hickory wood in his right hand and another 100 in his left hand. That's his new method of training. As for Gene Fullmer, his new method of training is hitting a heavy bag with a baseball bat. He did that 500 times on one side and 500 on the other side. Now, Carmen Basilio looks at his press clippings, and he can't believe himself that he's getting another opportunity at the middleweight championship belt. It would be the NBA version of the middleweight championship title. Now, Gene Fullmer and Carmen Basilio fight for the NBA middleweight championship belt. That belt was eliminated from Ray Robinson. And now these 2 men would pick up that opportunity. Now, Carmen Basilio weighed 156 pounds, while Gene Fullmer would weigh 159 pounds, 59 and a half. And this would be some fight between these 2 men. Carmen Basilio had never been knocked out. Gene Fullmer would be the only fighter in history to knock this man out twice. Basilio scales 156. That's the highest he's ever weighed. Gene Fullmer weighed 159 pounds. August 28th, San Francisco. Right now we're looking at the Carmen Basilio Scrapbook, 1,000 pages, 2,000 front and back. This would be a rough and tough fight between these 2 men. But it would be Carmen Basilio's last opportunity at a title shot. Here you have Gene Fullmer, his brother Jay, and his brother Don. And you can see here, Fullmer stops Carmen Basilio, wins the NBA middleweight championship belt. The title was vacant, and these 2 men were fighting for that crown. Now, Fullmer will meet Spiderweb. Right now we're in the Gene Fullmer Scrapbook. I'm just taking all these books out just to make this video. And he's in negotiations right now to see whether he's going to fight Spiderweb or Joey Giardello. Gene Fullmer holds Basilio in 14th for the NBA title. Now let's just take a look at one thing here. Gene holds Carmen in 14. Now, when I started the last video, it was concerning Gene Fullmer and Dick Tiger. And I was explaining to you that the middleweight division was a complete mess. Well, they're kind of somewhat starting a tournament to try and solve that problem. So part of it has been solved. Right now, Gene Fullmer is the NBA middleweight champion. I'm just scrolling around here till I get to my point. Here you have Carmen Basilio to your left, and Gene Fullmer is to your right. Gene Fullmer to the right and Carmen Basilio to the left. So when Gene Fullmer defeats Carmen Basilio, he now would become the NBA middleweight champion of the world. But you have another champion out there. Paul Pender would lose his title to Terry Downs. And after Gene Fullmer would defeat Fisticuffs Paret, he's looking for Terry Downs. But Terry Downs had a mandatory with Paul Pender. And then he would lose to Paul Pender. And so he wouldn't get that opportunity with him. Now, as you can see here, Basilio can't believe that the fight is being stopped. And he goes nuts. He just starts throwing punches at everyone. He's very upset. As Rocky Graziano was with Charlie Fusari, Graziano's last fight before he retired. Here you have Spiderweb looking over a contract with Gene Fullmer. Spiderweb is to your left, Gene Fullmer is to your right. And here you have Joey Giardello to your left, Gene Fullmer looking over another contract. So Giardello would sign a contract with Gene Fullmer. The fight would take place in April 20th. Here you have Carmen Basilio very upset because the fight was stopped, and he started throwing punches at everyone. He demanded a rematch, and he would get one. Now, Gene Fullmer, as I said, was the NBA middleweight champion. He's the half champ. Fullmer wants it all now. He's looking for Terry Downs or Paul Pender. He wants to unify the division. So Dick Tiger would defeat Gene Fullmer. And he would become the middleweight champion of the world. So Gene Fullmer was now known as the modern-day Stanley Ketchel. Gene Fullmer was some puncher, I'll tell you. So March 24th, 1962, Emile Griffith would get it on with Fisticuffs Paret. The 6 months after Paret would take a horrific beating from NBA middleweight champion Gene Fullmer. Let's take a look at this fight that took place between Emile Griffith, Gene Fullmer, for the World Middleweight Championship belt, March 24th, 1962.
Ladies and gentlemen, racing from the Virgin Islands and New York City, wearing black trunks, weighing 144, the challenger, Emile Griffith. His opponent from Santa Clara, Cuba, wearing white trunks, he weighs 146 and a quarter, the welterweight king, Paret. 15 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world. Ruby Goldstein. The judges, ladies and gentlemen, is Tony Rossi and Frank Forbes. The timekeeper, George Bannon. Counting for the knockdowns, Johnny Colan. And your referee for the main event, Ruby Goldstein. Is there any question on your mind? I have instructions to I will wait for because this is a championship fight, you know we are waiving the 3 knockdowns in 1 round. We are waiving the mandatory 8 count. And I want you to remember the man scored the knockdown is to go to a neutral corner and say that until I told him to come out fighting. You shake hands now, not when you come out, and good luck to both of you.
Benny Kid Paret speaks very, very little English, but his manager, Manny Alfaro, speaks both Spanish and English. Of course, Emile Griffith speaks good English. The scoring here in New York is on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on an official's card. And as Ruby has told you, there will be no 3 knockdown rule, no automatic 8 count. Round 1, scheduled for 15. Griffith in the black trunks, Paret in white. The third meeting of the two, they've each won 1. Welterweight championship at stake. Folks around the ringside here are very much surprised at the low weight, which Griffith came in at, 144. He was 147 for their last title bout in September. Benny Kid Paret seemed to be on. In his training, Griffith emphasized a quick sneak right hand. He just got one over, as you noticed. Paret's a bouncy fighter. Paret usually fights better when hurt or when he's backed against the ropes. Griffith, and the black is the challenger. Ruby Goldstein, the referee. On the inside, and Ruby cautions him against it. Paret may draw a warning in a moment. Shots. Paret is keeping a more sustained attack. Round two about half over. There's a big crowd here in the garden tonight. Got the figures, but pretty large. Just about a minute left in round two. Paret knows that and is trying to make him miss and counter. Griffith's maneuver didn't work to his satisfaction that time. Paret spun him. Judging from what we've seen so far, it looks as though Griffith is trying for the quick knockout and Paret is hoping to win on a decision as he did the last time. There's Johnny Sulo on the left-hand side. Behind the fighter, just not in the ropes, but leaning on the post there, is his manager, Manny Alfaro. Facing him is one of his trainers, Jose Terrera, and on the outside is Joe De Maria. There are four men in the corner of the champion. Meanwhile, on the challenger side of the ring, we have the ever-faithful three who have been with Emile Griffith throughout his career. Facing him is co-manager Gil Clancy. Leaning in from the right-hand side with the glasses, the milliner, Howard Albert, and the very experienced and true handler of fighters. He's out of the picture now. You can see his towel. Sid Martin is also in the picture. Coming up to round three, Benny Kid Paret on his feet wearing the white trunks. Emile Griffith still seated in black trunks. Scheduled for 15. Coming up to round three. Slugging last round is boxing in this round. Round six about half over.
Wow, Griffith is saved by the bell. Wow.
Paret caught him with a sneak right hand just when
This is amazing.
having everything his own way.
Because what's going to happen in the next round?
I think he was out on his feet.
It's a miracle. Absolute miracle.
From the left, Howie Albert looks on. That was a real surprise. Griffith seemed to be building up a pretty big lead, and it is fortunate for the challenger that the round was almost over, and unfortunate for the champion, Benny Kid Paret.
Howie Albert.
Possible that if there had been another minute or so to go, Paret might
And
have
Chicky
scored
Ferrer
another.
tries to
Griffith has never been
revolve
knocked
Emile
out,
Griffith.
but he seemed to be out on his feet.
Gil Clancy giving him instructions. If Benny Kid Paret had 1 more minute before the end of this round, could have gotten Griffith out of here. Amazing.
Paret is pretty tired himself. Now let's see, round 7. Paret in the white trunks, Griffith in the black. I believe that's the first time Griffith has ever been down. I'm not sure he has recovered from the effects of that punch yet.
Oh, he shoved him off.
Griffith looks over at his corner. Now it's Paret trying for the knockout, and Griffith trying to stay in there and clear away the cobwebs.
What Benny Kid Paret needs to do at this point, when you have a man in this condition, you need to double up on the jab.
So far in this round, Paret has not been able to take advantage of the big blow he scored last
And you have to give him angles. Make him find you. Oh, great job by Emile Griffith. He's fighting the way Benny Kid Paret's supposed to be fighting right now. Ooh, beautiful uppercut
both running into punches.
by Emile Griffith. Emile Griffith is a well-schooled fighter. No question about it.
Now Paret is wobbling. Paret is wobbling. 1 minute to go in round 7. I think they're both very, very tired at this point. You wonder how strong Griffith can be at 144 pounds.
Ooh!
Bottled again. 10 seconds to go in round 7.
Oh my God.
Coming up to round 8.
These men don't like each other, no question about it.
Madison Square Garden. Benny Kid Paret, the champion in white trunks. Emile Griffith in black.
You got two great fighters out there. Very good fighters, these two men are.
Griffith was down for about a 7 or 8 count at the end of the 6th round, and both boys were staggered in the 7th. by John Condon, the publicity director of the Garden, that Griffith was down once before in his 8th fight and got up to knock his opponent.
Oh, Benny Paret is hurt.
Title bouts coming up. April 7th, Terry Downs and Paul Pender for the middleweight title in Boston. Boston blacked out. April 21st, Joe Brown defends the lightweight title against Carlos Ortiz in Las Vegas. Las Vegas blacked out. Saturday, the fight of the week takes place here at Madison Square Garden. A 10-round middleweight bout between Top America's largest selling quality cigar. Round 9, Benny Paret, the champion in white trunks. Emile Griffith, the challenger in black. The welterweight title at stake. And the issue in doubt at this moment. It's scheduled for 15 rounds.
Oh my God. Great combination thrown by Emile Griffith.
Griffith was down with about 15 seconds to go in the 6th round. Only knocked down in the fight. Griffith, however, seemed to have pulled up an early lead. And the scoring is on a rounds basis, so round 6 is just one round out of the many if it goes 15.
So Emile Griffith has the black trunks. Benny Paret has the white trunks. Referee is Ruby Goldstein. They're fighting in New York's Madison Square Garden.
Round 9.
Paret is hurt.
Coming up to round 10 of a 15-rounder for the welterweight championship. Emile Griffith, the challenger, the black trunks. Benny Kid Paret, the champion in white.
Woo! What an uppercut. Almost tore the head off of Emile Griffith.
Paret about an infraction. Paret is bleeding from the nose. He has scored the only knockdown of the fight, putting Griffith down in the 6th round, or 7 or 8.